Hey everyone, it's Bo and I'm Dave, and I'm going to walk you out to the garden today. It is Thursday, March the 9th, and normally I do these on Saturday morning. However, today's the last day we're supposed to have some sun. We're going to have rain for the next few days, and so I thought I'd get this done early. Plus I kind of want to do something fun toward the end of the video, which is to add in some video I shot at a local nursery that I go to called S San Gabriel Nursery. I think you'll really enjoy it. I'll apologize in advance for my editing, but I think you'll enjoy the walk through the nursery. So I've got several things that I still need to plant. I spent most of the week across the yard working on the fence area and cutting down ivy and doing a whole bunch of cleaning. But you can see that the garden itself is coming out really nicely, getting a lot of plants leafing out. Look at this rose back here. That's one of the original ones I planted back in the 90s. That is gold medal. It's one of my favorite roses, very fragrant. See the delphiniums back there, as well as on the other side there of the U. This is also supposed to be the last few days where we reach down into the 40-degree mark at night. After this, it's going to be 50 degrees and up, at least for the next 10 days. And that'll get us past our frost-free date of March 15th. So we did have a frost yesterday morning, and you know, yesterday morning is the 8th. So I mean, we are staying cold right up to the end this year, but hopefully it'll be a beautiful spring. Queen Elizabeth back there. Again, one of the original plantings I did. Mostly all the other roses have been moved at least once. Some hollyhocks down below there. And I know I always mention Lynn Anderson, but I think this is probably one of my favorite roses of the garden, and when you see it come into bloom, it'll really be worth the wait. Once again, look at those really cool antique violas down there. They've just done terrific. The iris is coming up and blooming. And I'll try to get a picture here of the daffodils. They're just about to open up. And of course, Bo wants to be in the picture too, but that's fine. That mugo pine is really doing beautiful too. And no buds quite yet on the scilla. And I can't wait for the plum tree to leaf out. The bay tree, that's the gumdrop tree there. And we should go back over as well to that apricot because we had a bloom last week. A few more blooms open today. And take a look at that bloom there. And this tree will be covered with it. I don't know if you can call it a tree. It is a genetic dwarf tree. But when this comes into full bloom, it'll be amazing looking. It's one of the reasons I've just always kept it in the yard. Those beautiful iris nata. still need to do a whole bunch of planting. And of course, my goal here now that I cleaned out what used to be my holding area is to put some vegetables in. So I'll walk you over to the other side of the yard, show you what I've done this week. And it's kind of funny, I've got this one lone daffodil over here, which came from that group there. Somehow, I guess it rolled downhill. So I cleaned off the back fence there. I need to replace some of it because it's rotted away. But this is what I've done here, is cut all the tops of the ivy off all the way down. Got behind the fence, cut out anything that was going through. And then also, of course, cut the ivy back to as close to the wall as I could. Got the beautiful heliotrope there. It's a little different variety than the one you can barely see behind there, just to the left of the tree trunk. That's the true purple. This is a much lighter shade. The violas here doing really well. Oh, and the other hyacinths opened this week. And that is the cattail. Because as we know, Bo can't be left alone in the yard. She has to hang out with us, which is great. The variegated alstroemeria. And then this is rabbit's foot fern. This is actually, I think I told the story a little bit on one of the really early episodes, that we had one of these that died in the nursery, had kind of like rotted back to the rhizome. And so since we couldn't sell it, one of the ladies gave it to me and it grew back. And so here we are, closing in on 40 years now that I've owned it. Originally in a hanging basket like that there, and then now I've got it in a couple different locations, but always a special plant for the yard. And that osteo doing really well. It's one of the proven winner selections. Take a look at that lavender. And again, this is just the first week of March. Society garlic coming back nicely. Look at that really cool dianthus bloom. The pink breath of heaven. And we still have some blooms. Left on the magnolia. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut in some video clips of the nursery I visited. Now here is all of their shrub area. And also as we go in underneath here, we have so many shade plants as well. And this is one of the old time nurseries that, you know, plants are just put container to container. Everything is signed. And the prices are on the container. Vine section, ferns, in the distance are a lot of canned fruit trees, magnolias, and this is their famous bonsai area. So if you're ever in this vicinity in Southern California, definitely stop by and check this nursery out. All right, I hope you enjoyed that visit. I will see you next week with another video.